So today is the 30th of August, Tuesday, week 4 at Barton. I didn't do a video Friday or Monday. It kept crossing my mind to do so. Um, Friday was okay. It was a day that I did a lot of observations of children's production, meaning just looking at things they can do. Can they write on the right sheet of paper? I'm starting to notice patterns. Can they write on the acceptable side of the paper? Do they write on the margins, or do they write in the middle of the page? Do they do their headings, stuff like that? Also on that day, Jeremiah Bell kicked me. I had a flashback to the last time when a child tried to choke me. Um, I was very angry. Um, I don't know if I definitely responded out of my anger. But Miss Laney says she didn't really tell. She couldn't really tell that I was really that angry. Um, Monday, I did Enemy Pie, which was a huge success for the read aloud. The kids actually clapped, gave an applause at the end of the book. They were very excited about the book. Um, and it's actually become one of my new favorites. I read it over the weekend. It was wonderful. I need to do more conferences though with my students. Um, I'm definitely feeling like um, I'm not keeping up with the workload. So I need to look into that and find out what the deal is with that. Um, let's see. Today, of course, I can speak more readily to today. I watched the Lead 21 small group instruction. I thought it was going to be guided reading, but it's really more like shared reading. They're kind of popcorn reading. Miss Laney's listening to their fluency. It's just kind of like they're reading together. Um, and Miss Laney talks them through the text. It's almost like she's doing guided reading type talking, but it's shared reading. Um, I do wonder about the effectiveness of that format. Um, but of course, these are just wonderings. This is the beginning of the program for these kids. They've never experienced Lead 21. So we'll see how it goes. But it seems like kind of like a mini interactive read aloud, except everybody's reading a portion of the text. Um, Today was also a very low patience day. Um, I knew the minute I walked in, I was emotionally in a bad place. Um, I did share with Miss Laney during our prep today um, that it was a low patience day, and I was having all these explosions inside. Just it was definitely a day that I wanted to run out and not come back. The interesting thing is that she said that she would have never known that had I not said anything. Um, I think I'm gonna be more proactive about videotaping because I want to see what it looks like when I'm in these moments. Um, the kids don't seem. I mean, I feel like I'm very angry. I feel like I'm responding angrily. Um, but apparently, it doesn't look like it. Which makes me wonder, what does it look like? Um, I know another interesting thing is that I think I'm starting to notice the rapport that's being built with the babies, with my babies. There were two boys who I know I angered. I know I angered them because of the way that I redirected them. Um, and, just how quickly they returned back to a good attitude with me just makes me feel like either they're extremely forgiving, or um, maybe they're starting to believe that I care. Um, I don't know which one I would prefer because I definitely want them to be very forgiving, but I also want them to know that I care. I think I would want the former more than the latter. Um, but yeah, um, I mean that's really kind of it. I mean, I'm doing a little bit more of instruction. It seems like I'm doing about 20 or 30% of the instruction. Miss Laney and I are definitely tag teaming the whole group instruction, and the small group is something that isn't very intentional, if you will. It just kind of happens as part of the day. Um, yeah, we have had a lot of management issues. Um, I have to admit, you know, I'm a little discouraged about it. I mean, about management challenges in the school that I've noticed, the management challenges in our classroom that I've noticed. Um, and we're keep I'm being told very often that these are not like the kids last year. These kids are angels compared to last year. Um, that they're not as bad as the kids were last year. And the kids last year, I guess, barely weren't bad. They were just extremely talkative and very toxic towards one another. I guess you could call that bad. But the point is that these kids are nothing compared to those. Um, that still does nothing for how I feel. I mean, I feel completely out of sorts. I feel frustrated most of the day. Um, it's funny today. It actually crossed my mind that moment when Amy mentioned that someone really reconsidered the placement and left the program to reevaluate and came back. That thought definitely crossed my mind today. Um, Leaving, reevaluating, and possibly coming back. Um, I don't know. I mean, the thing that would would probably prevent me from doing that is because of how much I care about these children, and how much. I mean, I definitely don't feel like they're mine totally. Definitely know that they're Miss Laney's babies. Um, and she's offering me partial ownership if you can own one another, just like we're owned as their teachers. Um, but I do care about them, um, and I enjoy shaking their hands early in the morning. But it did cross my mind today. Um, that's it. Um, yeah, guess we'll talk more tomorrow. Have a wonderful one. Peace.